some problems on my end. There we go. Okay, lovely. So I didn't get to talk much about the prologue, but the prologue is pretty self-explanatory. Just a lot of jumping, a lot of bunny hopping, saves us a little bit of time early on, so it should be a lot of fun seeing 4 screens going through City at once and having to keep up with all of them. So these are 2 separate races, Davideku against BlackPear and Starcrunsher against Terra21. They're just being pushed together for the sake of easier scheduling. And actually, the main reason that this one these two were put together was because of some issues with Discord and connectivity earlier, delaying the Davideku against BlackPear race. It was supposed to happen an hour earlier than this one. But hey, I mean, more races in one, it's just a bunch more excitement. Lots of hyper dashes, wave dashes, extended hyper dashes, all this good stuff here in City. Plenty of cool City strats from all of our runners. Davideku taking a death in the second to last room, so Starcrunsher pulling ahead in the unofficial race here. As all of our runners still pretty much neck and neck here, but Starcrunsher is going to finish up first. Davideku having a little bit of trouble with this room, but he is going to finally finish that off. We'll flip our audio here to Starcrunsher for now, as he enters Chapter 2. Chapter 2 being a lot of fun with these dream blocks you're going to see later on. Lots of cool movement tech in this chapter, especially at the end as well. Nice bunny hop there by Starcrunsher. He's going to do a cool little trick there. So basically when you're skipping cutscenes, the cutscene trigger spawns you only on... It only pays attention to the x-axis. Not the y-axis. So your y-axis stays the same, but your x-axis changes, and in turn it spawns Madeline inside of the dream block there, and she's able to just dash right through it, despite being stuck inside of it. There's a nice little 3-pixel trick by Starcrunsher there. So this battle in section, basically she follows you on a 3-second delay. Ooh, unfortunate death from Starcrunsher. She follows you on about a 3-4 second delay and just mimics your movements, basically. Not causing that much trouble for our runners, because we usually stay a good distance ahead of her. However, in the casual play, it can be a little bit of a pain. Very cool mechanic, though. So this unofficial race between Davideku and Starcrunsher staying close, and we're going to see Davideku take the lead here now. Now watch this last screen with the big dream block at the bottom. You're going to see plenty of different strats here being used between our runners. Starcrunsher really having some unfortunate struggles with this room. So we're going to move to Davideku now. Who is in the awake segment, which is basically the post dream. Just basically a bunch of movement chained together. Nothing super duper special, as you see Starcrunsher making his way towards it as well. But that chapter being finished up by Davideku in a good time, just the 1 death. And he'll move into Celestial Resort now. Terra also finishing up, moving into the awake section. So now BlackPear and Starcrunsher. Starcrunsher, who was once in the lead in this unofficial 4-way race, is now sitting in 3rd place. It's crazy how quickly things can change with a simple death in this game. So, Davideku in Chapter 3 now, mostly cycle-based rooms. You're going to see these dust creatures. They are basically the name of the game for the chapter. Keep your eye on them. They move in set cycles, and almost every single room in this chapter, and it makes for a bunch of different strats and cool optimizations between runners, and that's basically the way it is the entire game. It's just you see such a good variety of strats, and it's really fun to watch different runners play the game, and especially in a tournament stage, and just the 4-way races make it that much more exciting. So right now, all 4 of our runners are pretty close together. Terra not that far behind Starcruncher, actually, when you really look at it. Just a couple rooms to be completely honest. And again, BlackPear and Davideku aren't that far behind, or aren't that far apart from each other either. Davideku has pulled ahead a bit though here. Good stuff from him so far. Started off this race very well, despite struggling a little bit in City. So this huge mess section, you're going to see a bunch of clothes and towels and books scattered about, and you're going to see a key in the dead center. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to hit 3 switches in this huge mess segment, in turn cleaning up this huge mess, which is what the segment is called, and being able to grab that key and progressing. So there are 3 different parts. There are the top, the middle, and the bottom. We're going to go to the bottom first, the top, and then the middle. And this is because of the position that Oshiro spawns in, and we can talk to him right away after coming out of each of these segments. All of our runners except Terra now in the huge mess section. So now Davideku will head up top. Ooh, narrowly missing that dust creature there. The dust creatures do have interesting hitboxes. It's almost unpredictable when you land very close to them, whether or not you're going to die. Can be a bit sketchy at times. So now all of our runners in the huge mess section. BlackPear falling a bit behind here. Starcruncher now gaining on Davideku again. Though I do see a bit of a time difference in the in-game timer here, so the lead that Davideku has right now in that unofficial race is a bit larger than it might seem, as Davideku now taking care of this 3rd section. Also, something I failed to mention, not sure if we're going to see Terra. Yep, Terra goes for it there. There's a spike jump there. If you're moving away from spikes, they don't actually hurt you. They can't kill you. And in turn, by doing that, there's a small corner there that's not affected by the spike hitboxes, like when we're moving away from it. So we're able to actually just do a little wall boost off that corner and completely skip most of the stuff in that room. So Davideku now heading up to the elevator shaft segment, which has a lot of long rooms, and some can be very punishing if they're if you do die in them. Especially this one coming up. Can be finicky at times. Starcruncher finishing up the huge mess, and oh, as I said, Davideku taking a death there. That gives Starcruncher a little bit of lenience here to catch up. BlackPear finishing up the huge mess segment, hitting that 3rd switch, and Terra starting off that 3rd switch. So very close race so far, although we probably will see some differences later on. But so far, this has been very good. Here you're going to see a cool little strat. 4 chained hyper dashes. Unfortunately, Davideku taking a death there. 4 chained hyper dashes, grabs the key, hits retry. When we pick up keys in this game, they actually follow you around regardless of if you die or not. So if you do die, everything still works out fine, and the key follows you. So in turn, by pressing retry there and basically killing himself, he's able to spawn back at the start of the room rather than having to go up top and dash all the way back. So now he's in the Oshiro boss fight, the first boss fight of the game, technically. Oshiro moves on a horizontal plane, and he attacks through that little lightning bolt that you see come across the screen. That'll basically tell you exactly what his trajectory is going to be. Starcruncher and BlackPear very close together here right now as well, as Terra finished up the huge mess and is now in the elevator shaft section as well. So this last room here is very long. It can be very punishing if a death is taken. We'll see how Davideku does here. Starcruncher and BlackPear hot on his tail, however. Very good stuff from Davideku there, as he's going to finish up with no trouble at all. Very good Chapter 3 from him. As we see BlackPear and Starcruncher basically neck and neck at the moment. Terra falling a little bit behind here, but that's to be expected with skill differences and, you know, comfortabilities, or how comfortable people are with doing certain strats and whatnot. The skill cap is definitely different between runners in this race, so we'll see a couple of runners fall off probably here towards the end, but regardless, still very exciting stuff so far. As Starcruncher, you see finishing up Chapter 3 there as well. Davideku now starting Chapter 4. As you can see, there's going to be a new mechanic tossed in here. A few new mechanics, actually. One of which being these little, these clouds you'll see on the screen right now. And those green balls. I'll explain them when they come up again. But here's some wind, which is basically the name of the game for the chapter. These green balls, rather, basically push Madeline the same distance as a dash would in one of the 8 directions that she can move. She gets her dash back from it as well after dashing out of it. Or being pushed out of it. Another little corner bounce there on the spikes from Davideku. If you blink, you miss it. It was very quick. So we'll see how Davideku takes this room. So a lot of these directional blocks basically make these rooms auto-scrollers. Ooh, unfortunately taking a death there. Trying that Ultra. And trying it again, falling behind a bit here. Giving BlackPear a little bit of lenience here. Time to catch up. Maybe Davideku will take this a bit. No. Oh, it's thought twice. This is unfortunate from Davideku. Can he get it? Oh, man. Really poor stuff. Still electing to try that Ultra Dash strat. And just keeps getting caught. Giving Starcruncher now the lead taken back by Starcruncher in this unofficial race. And Davideku gets it now. So these two are going to be hot on each other's tails now. Terra finished up Chapter 3 while we were paying attention to this stuff. And now BlackPear coming up on that spike jump. Can be a bit finicky sometimes. You have to be in the right spot. Does get it on about the 3rd try. That's good. But right now, Starcruncher and Davideku now in the same room together. Though Davideku does still have a bit of a lead here if you look at the IGT, the in-game timer. So we'll see Starcruncher leave this room at 12:26. Davideku leaving at 12:17, which means Davideku still with about a 9-second lead. Now Davideku pulling back ahead as well on your screen. Starcruncher having a bit of trouble with this strat here. Davideku now into the heavy wind section. Arguably the hardest section to deal with for speedrunners. You're going to see these snowballs that get thrown on 3 second, I'm not sure actually, 3 or 4 second intervals. They get tossed on the horizontal plane at you, and they come from the right side, so if you're far enough to the, like, towards the end of the screen, they can actually catch you off guard when they spawn. Interesting strat there from Davideku going underneath. So much to keep up with here. Starcruncher very close behind Davideku still. BlackPear about to enter the heavy wind section. Having a little bit of trouble with this room, though. Terra. So Davideku is going to finish off Chapter 4 there. Very unfortunate time loss for Davideku, however. Starcruncher now finishing up as well. Terra having a little bit of trouble here with this room. Taking a little bit of abuse from that cloud. BlackPear now in one of the hardest rooms, in my opinion, of the heavy wind section. Does make it through just fine, though. Davideku, okay, now in Mirror Temple. Mirror Temple, you're going to see these red balls. They're basically the same as the green ones, except they don't stop until they run into something or Madeline dashes out of them. You're going to see these switches that unlock doors. And you're going to see another new mechanic here that I didn't get to explain right away. Coming up in this next room. They're called dash blocks. As you can see, when Madeline dashes, they move across a set path. So, rather than hanging around on these walls here, you're going to see Davideku do a couple diagonal dashes to make it straight into those red balls and make it all the way across that screen very quickly. That room can punish you, however, if you go too fast or too slow, because the cycle is there definitely to mess with you. So Davideku now running into the unraveling section. Getting a little tutorial on some Seeker movement here. An enemy we're going to see in the next segment. Starcruncher about to get to the mirror as well. BlackPear going to grab that key to move on to talk to our little guy. Our good friend Theo. And Terra still finishing up now in the heavy wind section of Chapter 4. Unraveling. It's time to explain this. Davideku is there right now. You're going to see a Seeker break out of one of those statues, and you're going to see them in about every room from here on out. And in this room, you're going to see the Seekers can actually hit these luck switches for you, making some very, very interesting strats. Pay attention to Davideku's screen here. He has some wicked, and I mean wicked, strats for unraveling. The commentator's curse obviously coming in here. You know how it goes. Sometimes it really do be that way. This last room especially, pay close attention. Unfortunately, he's trying to bonk the Seeker there. Gets it on the second try. This room is very fun to watch Davideku do. Oh my goodness, it's so unfortunate. The commentator's curse really is right there. And again, Starcruncher is now right on his tail. Unofficial race between Starcruncher and Davideku proving to be very exciting. Wow, Starcruncher actually bumping the bottom of that Seeker up into the luck switch. That's something I cannot say I've ever seen before. Terra finishing up Chapter 4. Good stuff. BlackPear now in the unraveling section as well. So, I didn't get to explain it on Davideku's screen, but you just see Starcruncher doing it there. A reverse jump dash off of the wall. Basically, that's called Search Skip. It skips 3 whole minutes of Mirror Temple, because we're actually supposed to be searching for 2 keys to unlock some keyholes and take a red ball across that room. But rather than doing that, it's easily skippable with a jump dash. And now Davideku meeting up with our good friend Theo again, trapped in this poor crystal. So unfortunately, Theo hinders our movement a little bit. We actually can't dash when we're carrying Theo. However, we can dash dash after throwing Theo and then catch him again and carry our momentum. BlackPear completing the unraveling section, now moving into the search. Davideku and Starcruncher both in the rescue segment. So a lot of these rooms have very interesting strats in the Theo section, and they can be a real pain in the butt if the Seekers do end up getting in the wrong positions for you. The Seekers are hindrances in this this segment for sure. Davideku now going into the last screen of this section. Doesn't seem like it's going to have any trouble at all. maybe a little bit. Decides to take the easy way. Don't blame him there, and now he is safe from any harm. Impossible to die in this room unless, of course, he retries for some reason at the end here. But instead, he gets the eyeball with the crystal, finishes the chapter. Good stuff from Davideku. Starcruncher now coming towards that last room as well. Terra starting off the unraveling section, and BlackPear about halfway, or no, just starting the Theo segment, sorry. Starcruncher finishing up as well, still right on Davideku's tail. Very good stuff, but there is about a 20-second time difference in the IGT now. Unfortunate. And yes, it is possible to die in that last room if you accidentally retry instead of skipping the cutscene at the end of the chapter. For example, if Theo's crystal doesn't make impact with the eyeball. So no lake skip from Davideku here. We'll see if Starcruncher goes for it whenever he gets there. Reflections is an interesting chapter. Story-based, at least. It's very big on the plot. These crush blocks, if you dash into any one of the four sides of them, or any of the sides that have the blue on them, they'll actually move on that plane until they make contact with something. And we're not going to see a lake skip either on Starcruncher's side, so no lake skip so far. We'll see and wait if BlackPear or Terra go for it. These feathers basically are just a movement function. They move in one of the 8 directions unless using analog. Analog and keyboard are faster. The D-pad does slow them down. I'm not sure, I'm not extremely sure how the technical standpoint of that works. I apologize. Maybe someone in chat can help me out. We'll see. BlackPear finishing off chapter 5 as well. I almost said 4, my apologies. Terra in that last room, having a little bit of trouble there with that Seeker. Can be a pain in the butt. Starcruncher not getting that strat with the falling block, and actually doesn't manage to make it back on top of the crush block. Or the crunch block, rather, so he'll have to come back. Davideku now coming into these bumpers. Fun fact about these bumpers, if you are facing away from them when you make contact with them, you do receive an additional boost on top of the boost that the bumpers already give you. Very interesting. And we are going to see an attempted lake skip by BlackPear first try. Good stuff from BlackPear. Very impressive. So Davideku getting ready to go talk to Grandma. Actually, that'll be on the next screen. Also, if you are interested, like I said, this chapter is strongly based on story. If you are interested in the story of this game by any chance, please give it a purchase. This game's phenomenal. Not only from a speedrunning standpoint, but from just, a precision platformer standpoint, a casual playthrough. It's such a great game. I do recommend it to anyone who has not played it. So as you can see there, I don't know if you saw it on Starcruncher's screen, but in that room he actually did that extended boost off of that first bumper, and he was actually able to completely avoid the second one, saving time. So Starcruncher now entering towards the rock bottom segment. Apologies, bear with me here. There we go. So unfortunately, maybe a technical issue with Davideku's stream. We'll keep the audio on Starcruncher for now, as he is in the lead of the other 3. There's a good battle and boost there from Starcruncher, basically carrying the momentum from the crush block as well as the hyper dash, able to just fizz through that room leading into the battle and fight, and now we're in the battle and fight. Battleland's boss battle is a bit different than traditional boss battles. No health bar or anything, just a set amount of hits in each room, and then she breaks down into the floor and progresses into the next room. We got Davideku's stream back now. Him still in the lead here, although albeit not by much. Again, Starcrunsher right on his tail, though there is still a difference here in the IGT, so it is about now a 25 or 30 second gap now, actually. BlackPear making... Oh, and I just saw on Terra's screen, that is so unfortunate. That is literally a last pixel death. And I have had that happen to me before as well. Able to avoid it that time, so Terra now finishing up Mirror Temple. Good stuff. And BlackPear starting off the battle and fight as well now. So Davideku now coming in on the second segment of the battle and fight now. As you saw in that segment, there were these blocks falling from the ceiling. Now these blocks are going to be moving on set cycles in this segment. You're going to see it here. They smash into the floor, and then they're supposed to come back up. But Davideku gets the hit on battle in there so quickly that it doesn't matter. Also gets a nice little momentum boost through those spikes there in that room. Very good stuff. Very clean second segment here so far from Davideku. As Terra now starting off Reflection. Starcrunsher entering the second phase of the battle and fight, and BlackPear about halfway through the first segment now. So Davideku coming up on this. Oh no, takes a death though before. Commentator's Curse is back. I try my best, I swear, not to curse these runners. They're all great runners and they should all be loved. However, sometimes it cannot be avoided. As I said, Davideku taking another death there. Giving time, Starcrunsher now in the lead on your stream. However, the IGT difference still maintains its value as well. So Starcrunsher will finish up this last room. That last room can be very punishing as well if you do take a death towards the end, as BlackPear now heading into the second phase. Davideku and Starcrunsher both getting their second dashes now. Apologies there. So basically, the second dash is valued by the hue of Madeline's hair. As you can see, it's pink. That's because her and Madeline made up. They're friends now. And through the power of friendship, she is able to dash twice. How wonderful. So you'll see Starcrunsher now entering the summit. A culmination of all the chapters, basically. You're going to see the base and the 3,000 meters are strongly based off of chapters, or chapter 6. BlackPear in the last battle-in room, rather, making it through just fine and finishing it up as well. Good stuff. A great run from BlackPear here as well. So BlackPear actually has a 39-minute PB, so with a good summit here, we could see a PB on that end, which would be awesome. Terra in that bumper room in Chapter 6 as well now, moving forth without problem so far. There it is, the commentator's curse again. As right now, the sync between Davideku and Starcrunsher is insane. These two runners literally in the same room at the same time right now. So this segment based off of Chapter 1, obviously, with the zippers, and you can tell just by the structures and whatnot. Good stuff from Davideku and Starcruncher both finishing up that 500 meters, not 5,000, 500 meter section with relative ease. And this unofficial race right now on screen between Davideku and Starcruncher, very exciting as BlackPear now starting off on the summit. Terra taking a couple of unfortunate deaths in this room. Oh, Davideku taking a death, which gives a little bit of time and lenience to Starcruncher to work with now. Still just barely ahead of Davideku right now. And like I said, he's not actually ahead. Davideku technically still ahead on IGT. But for the sake of excitement, still very close. Starcruncher exiting that room, not quite sure why. There was no dash coming back in, no momentum kept. But again, these two are right neck and neck as BlackPear now in the 500 meter section. As we now enter the 1500 meter section, the unholy beast it is. Very difficult for new runners, and there are some very interesting strats from the skilled runners here. Oh, Davideku missing the switch, but goes back to get it. Can be dangerous sometimes. And now Davideku taking back that lead in this unofficial race. As Revo, or not Revo, sorry, I looked at the chat. Starcruncher taking a death in that room. Thanks for the distraction, Revo. I appreciate it. I'm kidding, by the way. Starcruncher with a 36. I'm not sure if the PB is viable for him anymore. It'll be very, very close. As I say that, unfortunate death. Look at them! They are neck and neck again! And as I say that, Davideku taking a death and Starcruncher regaining the lead. This is nuts! Terra now in the battle and fight as well, as BlackPear coming towards about the end point of 1,000 meters, and Davideku and Starcruncher both now in the 2,000 meter segment. And again, side by side, they're both going to retry and take a death in that room as well. They are quite literally neck and neck. Davideku taking a death, and they'll start this room together as well. Starcruncher taking a death too, and another. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate stuff for Starcruncher now falling back behind again. Woo! Davideku going for that auto-scroller skip, gets it on the first try. Extended hyper there on that moving platform allows him to skip most of the room, and then a well-timed corner, or wall jump off of the corner there. Starcruncher did it as well, first try. Apologies for not commentating on that. Now Davideku taking a death in that room, giving Starcruncher some more time to get back into this. And again, yeah, I keep reminding everyone that this race isn't actually as close as it looks. Davideku is well in the lead here. But for the sake of entertainment purposes, we're trying to hype this up. BlackPear finishing off 1,500 going into 2,000. Davideku finishing off 2,000 into 2,500 now. And if you know anything about 2,500, you know what's coming. And you know what time it is. Let's get some hype in the chat. The skip to dethrone all skips. Good stuff from Davideku in that room, as Starcruncher now in the 2,500 meter section as well. Davideku taking a death here on the key skip. He's going to get it on the second try, though. Good stuff. Another instance where the corner jump is used to go grab that key, and then a quick retry. Starcruncher actually got it first try, the second jump, but ran into the wall. How many of our runners will do door skip, or attempt it at least? Put your bets in chat now. A number between 0 through 4, actually. Davideku, to kick things off. He is going to go for it. He's going to take a death on the door, though. Again, a death on the door. Again, gets the first door, rather. Going for the second, gets it on the third try. Good stuff from Davideku. Starcruncher, unfortunately, taking a death before heading into door skip room himself. He's going to do door skip, and instead elect to take the easy way here. Davideku taking a death. Starcruncher is going to pull right back beside him again here. Terra finishing up Chapter 6, about to kick off on the summit as you see BlackPear finishing up 1,500 meters, or sorry, 2,000 meters into 2,500 meters. Starcruncher and Davideku both entering the final climb at nearly the exact same time, so 3,000 meters. Rather than room transition, you're going to see these flag checkpoints. And they basically serve as room transitions. They will be spawn points if our runners do end up dying at any point through here. Now on Davideku's screen, you're going to see some wind pushing him down, basically intensifying gravity. The downdraft segment, a very interesting one indeed. There will be an updraft segment as well following it in the 3,000 meters here. BlackPear getting that key skip first try. Good stuff. We'll see if he moves into... He's going to move into door skip here soon. Starcruncher unfortunately taking a death there, giving Davideku a bit of time to make up some ground. Taking another one as well. Davideku now well in the lead here. I'm running out of breath. That's how hard this is to commentate right now. Very, very exciting stuff. And BlackPear, yeah, with a 39 PB, is looking like on PB pace right now if a good 3,000 meters is in the books. So now the updraft section for Davideku. Starcruncher about to make his way there as well. Does a couple of good time wall bounces there into these refresh crystals, and we'll move forward now as BlackPear entering 3,000 meters. Terra in the middle of 500 meters right now. Good save there on the corners of those spikes. Davideku gonna make it. No! Unfortunate death there! On flag 13. Flag 13 and 14. Or sorry, flag 13. Sorry. A very, very costly flag to take a death on. A very, very long section. Gets it on the second try, though. Good stuff. As you now see Starcruncher there as well. Starcruncher, unfortunately, it looks as if the PB is out of reach now. A great run still, nonetheless. Davideku coming up to checkpoint 7 now, about to finish up the summit, or rather the updraft section of the summit, now into the final segment where the wind will calm down after this room here with the feather, and we will see smooth sailing, hopefully, from here out for Davideku. Starcruncher not far behind. So it is pretty much official now. Davideku and Starcruncher will win their individual races here. However, the unofficial race was very, very exciting. The unofficial race, sorry, wrong words. Davideku checkpoint 2 here. Making no mistake, up to checkpoint 1. A checkpoint 1 death can be very embarrassing, but it looks like it's going to be just fine, and Davideku is going to finish first of all 4 of our runners, with Starcruncher right on his tail. A 36-23. As Starcruncher finishes up with a 37-17 as well now. So GG's to those 2 runners finishing first in their individual races. But now we turn our attention to BlackPear. PB pace. Can he get it? It's going to be close. And it could be a 38. We will see. But Starcruncher and Davideku winning those races, individual races. But again, the unofficial race, very exciting between those two. Terra now in that 1,500-meter section, very, very painful indeed, can be. BlackPear now on checkpoint 3. Pear can 38 here. Unfortunately, taking a death there on the flag too, though. The nerves could be playing a part here. Is able to get that jump, though, on the second try. Makes it to flag 1 without issue. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks... I do not want to say anything. It is going to be a PB for BlackPear, a 38.50. Great run, especially in a tournament environment and a race environment. Very, very good stuff from BlackPear, finishing second in that race and third in our unofficial four-way race. GG's to BlackPear on the PB. Big stuff. And now we turn our attention to Terra. Finishing up 1,500 meters. Terra now making his way through this 2,000-meter section. Everyone send him your energy. Good save there by going back into that green ball. Is going to survive and avoid the last snowball. Good stuff in that room. Now, I'm not sure if we'll see an auto-scroller skip here. It might be a bit ambitious to think. We are going to see a missed one, unfortunately. Very gutsy to attempt that, though, for sure. And again, unfortunate. On the third try, just getting it. Very good stuff from Terra. Very, very impressive. It's not easy by any means, necessarily. Can be very tricky. Now in this last room, can be a bit punishing if a death is taken. No deaths, though. Good stuff from Terra. Now moving in to 2,500. No dash to work with here. Oh, good improvisation, though. Very well done in that room as well. Will go for the key skip rather than electing to do this the easier way. Gets it on about the second or third try there without taking a death. Very good stuff. Much faster. Oh, not moving that block, unfortunately. Forgetting to dash there. As now Terra coming up on another very tricky strat here. See if... Oh, goes for it. Would have gotten it had he have kept his dash. Gets it on the second try. And we're gonna see, was that just a single attempt? No? A second attempt? A third attempt? For the fans, Terra, for the fans! Oh, unfortunate on the second one is going to do it the easy way. A valiant attempt, however. Gonna go for it again. Oh, that's an abridged door skip. Says, hey, I got the first one, why go for it again? And gets the second one instead. Very impressive. That was a half of a door skip after getting the other half of the door skip, so we'll count it. We'll count the hybrid door skip. Very good stuff from Terra. Now the 3,000 meters segment. Wait, everybody hold on. A 47-44, you say, is Terra's PB? You know what this means. A good 3,000 meters could mean wonderful things for Terra. We'll see how it goes. Count down the checkpoints with him. Let's go. Get some hype in the chat as he tries to conquer this downdraft section. It is crunch time. It's all about the strong finish now. All eyes on Terra. Into the updraft. Screw Flag 18. Who needs that one anyways? Coming up a very good 3,000 meters so far. Probably shouldn't have said that. Flag 13 now. Getting it, no problem. Can be very punishing to take a death there, but Terra's got no issue. Saves the wall jump and gets it on the second try. I've never seen that before. Oh, what a save that was. Oh, electing not to go for Flag 8. Which is totally fine, because he makes it to Flag 7 with plenty of lenience. In the the second to last room of the updraft segment now. A very strong finish right now from Terra. Now the last room of the updraft segment. Now into calm winds. Nothing else to hinder him. Checkpoint 3. Unfortunate there. I've never seen anyone actually able to grab onto that wall right there in the corner. Gets through it. Checkpoint 2. Unfortunately, going to take a death there, though. So the official PB on speedrun.com looks almost out of reach now. Unfortunately, going to just pass him by. but a great run nonetheless, as Terra finishes up with a 47.49.31. GG's to the runners. All 4 of our runners doing a magnificent job. Very, very good stuff. So huge GG's to all of our runners. Very, very good stuff. And we do have Davideku at least here with us. So good day, sir. Waiting on, maybe we'll see if anyone else decides to come by. But GG's on the race, taking the win there.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Very, very interesting to watch. The unofficial race between you and Starcruncher was very, very exciting for a long while.
Was it? How close
it was
it?
You gave him in chapter 4 when you were you're trying to do the ultra dash in the auto scroller room. Yeah, you gave him a lot of time to catch up, and he caught up, and you guys were neck and neck through until about the end of chapter 5. The end of chapter 5, you kind of pulled ahead. However, there was a difference in the IGT timers, so it looked close on screen, but you were really like 15-20 seconds ahead the entire time.
Well, damn. And yeah, I think my Theo section was good, so I think I got time there.
Yeah, that's where I said it was difference. The difference, and I mean the Theo section is a big difference maker for sure.
Chess, so...
Yeah. But yeah, your opponent BlackPear actually PB'd, so that was awesome to see.
PB.
Yep. It's got to be like the 500th PB this tournament so far. Seems like people are PBing in literally every race now, which is crazy. It's very, very good.
Yeah, always nice to see like progress. People always getting PBs.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, overall thoughts on your run?
It was bad. That's about it.
Nothing else really to say.
I just hope people enjoyed like the ultras and stuff.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, I was telling people just keep your eye on Davideku's screen when the end of chapter 5 comes, because that entire from unraveling on, it's really fun to watch those segments.
Mm-hmm.
So GG's for sure. That's another win under your belt in the tournament.
Yep.
And I don't think we don't have anyone else in the Discord here for an interview. So unless anyone is here in chat and wants to come drop in for a very quick moment, I think that should be just about it. Give it another like 10 seconds to see if anyone else joins, but regardless, this was a lot of fun commentating solo commentating a 4-way race. That was just, oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've had that much fun commentating or talking on stream. So huge thanks to the runners for making this entertaining, and a huge thanks to Speed Gaming for allowing this to happen. I mean, this restreaming this tournament, it's really awesome. So doesn't seem like we're going to have anyone else in for interviews, so that'll just about wrap it up for us. Davideku and Starcruncher taking the wins, BlackPear with a PB, Terra just falling short, but a wonderful run regardless. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Make sure you follow the runners, and feel free to follow me as well. And make sure to follow Speed Gaming. There's so much more of this tournament, other tournaments to come. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see all the tournaments that are going on right now for Speed Gaming. And I do believe there's still some more Celeste to come across Speed Gaming tonight. So make sure you take a gander and see when those are coming on. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody. It was a lot of fun commentating this race. And GG's to the runners. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you may be across the world.